Yo, what's up everybody? Andrew Mahone here with Darium's Pokemon. Gonna be playing a game on PTCGO today, and I'm trying out a new expanded version of Buzzwole Garbodor. This is a list that Riley, Natalie, and I, and some of the other friends, we were just sitting there kind of spitballing this idea all around. Like, do we think that we could pull off the same thing and expanded that we did with standard, as far as just taking a standard Buzzrock list, porting it to expanded, not putting any versus seekers in, things like that. That list obviously saw some success. I was able to get to 9th place at Dallas with it, and then Rahul Reddy also finished in the top 16 of, I forget which, maybe Costa Mesa or something, regional championships as well, with a very similar list. Now Garbodor is looking like it is very good in expanded format, and we were talking about ways to trim cards down out of the Garbodor list in order to make room for some of the expanded staples that we need. Obviously, we're going to need some Colress in here. Obviously, we're going to need a computer search in here. I was joking with them that we could potentially take out a 4th Ultra Ball for the computer search, since technically it doesn't actually detract from the consistency of the deck. But yeah, no, we decided against that. We decided to take out the 2nd Lele instead for some of those cards that we needed. 2nd Lele for the computer search. We ended up taking out 1 Carbink Break, which I'm not exactly 100% convinced on. I think that like maybe we end up needing to put a rescue stretcher in here. We decided to go 2 Buzzwole, 2 Zygarde, since obviously the foul play Zoroark is such a big thing in expanded format, and also just Pokemon that can hit for psychic weakness like Garbodor, right? Because Trashland's Garbodor just ended up winning the last expanded regional championship, so you're gonna want a good amount of Pokemon that are not weak to psychic. So yeah, 2 Zygarde, 2 Buzzwole, we got a 2-1 Carbink line in here, and of course a 2-2 Garbodor line, and we're gonna see how this thing goes. Now we are playing the 1 copy of Sudowoodo in here. Now my opponent going for the turn 1 gets this. Little do they know that I am not playing hardly any items in my deck, so that's kind of hilarious. They're playing Turbo Dark. I'm playing a fighting deck. We should be cool here, but they got their Sudowoodo out. That is a little bit frustrating. I'm cool starting Lele, though. It's going to be a little bit of a hard card for my opponent to knock out early, I think. I mean, they only got 2-3 energy in play. So let's just start out with an N here. Unfortunately, I don't have a way to get a basic Pokemon. We also had to make a little bit of a consolation and go with just 1 copy of Nest Ball, so that's not exactly ideal. But, you know, we had to make some cuts somewhere. We did throw in that computer search, so that is an additional search option that we do have. I think I'm just going to throw all these boys down here and then just pass to my opponent and see what they do. I'm fine with this because, like, obviously I did not leave room for Trubbish, but I suspect that they're going to get a knockout here, and I just want to have something down in case they do. I want to have like enough Pokemon down in case they do score a knockout. Like if they Guzma up a Buzzwole, knock it out. If they N, I want to make sure that I have some options down here. Now I doubt that they have the Guzma knockout, so I wanted to be able to. Yeah, they have Colress. I wanted to be able to kind of pick and choose who I promote next turn based on whatever my opponent is doing. This is a little bit frustrating just because they're going to kind of go off this turn, and I don't have any energy in play or anything. I don't even have any energy in the discard pile, so a Carbink Break is not even necessarily doing it for me. But with more cards that discard, we now have computer search in addition to those 4 Ultra Balls. My chances of running into a Pokemon that running into cards that discard my fighting energies is higher off of this Sycamore. So we do have that going for us. And then we also play Parallel City. So if my opponent puts energy on more than 3 benched Pokemon, I'm going to be able to hit them with that Parallel and really slow them down. Also, Jet Punch with Fighting Fury Belt, so good for me, just being able to take big hits, and I will be able to like two-shot these Darkrai's pretty easily. Let's see, do they get the knockout here? Dark Pulse for 140. No, they're short. Oh, they are short by just a little bit of damage, and then I am not sleeping here, so that is fantastic. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to stick more of these two Guzmas, so let's just do that and see what we can draw into here. Okay, we did not hit a Float Stone. That is really rough. And we also did not hit a Parallel. That is not good. Not really good. No. So I could Cell Storm my opponent, hit them for like 120. If I hit double Max Elixir here, I could also go in and Power Gem for 80. That doesn't necessarily feel super great either, but it is an option that I have. I actually don't mind that a whole lot since they'll probably be knocking out whatever I put into the active position next turn. Let's see if I hit these Max Elixirs here. Got one. I think I could just throw them on the Carbink, honestly, and then there we go. So I think I'm just going to do that, hit him for 80 damage, force him to take an odd prize, and then next turn I can maybe go in and I could try to accelerate with the Carbink Break or something like that. If my opponent Guzma's around me, then I just accelerate with Carbink Break. It's not a big deal. I have the Pseudo Wudo here, but I'm not like, yeah, that does help me for sure. It makes my opponent have to remove a bench Pokemon, but I think I'd rather have the Garbodor as far as slowing down my opponent, and so use a combination of Garbodor and Parallel City, I think, is the ideal turn for me to take. This is definitely, oh, they do have Lysander, so they're just going to knock out my Zygarde. Like, they don't like that, and I'm totally okay with that. They're not even knocking out the Zygarde. Wow. Okay, so they are just going to stick this thing in the active position, and I am still in a little bit of a tough spot not being able to bench another Pokemon because of that Pseudo Wudo, so I have to hit a Parallel first, hit my opponent with the Parallel, hope they discard the Pseudo Wudo, which I imagine they will, and then get another Pokemon out into play. So I think I'm just going for a Float Stone here, and I have to try and get a Carbink Break online. That probably makes the most sense for me. So let's Ultra Ball away this Nest Ball and the Pseudo Wudo. See about getting a Carbink Break. There he is. Let's get that Carbink Break, and then we're just going to Cynthia. So I think I just throw it onto the Carbink with the 2 energy, and I'm going to end up probably using, yeah, I think that. And then we're going for Float Stone. We play 4, so it shouldn't be that hard to hit one. And sure enough, there he is. Okay, so we could do that. And then we could just attach 1 energy to Buzzwole, and now we are in business because we can actually Diamond Gift. We're not doing a ton of damage, but we are throwing 1 more energy onto our benched Buzzwole here, hoping that my opponent does not have back-to-back Lysanders. I mean, if they do have Lysander, then, well, that's fine. They do have like 4 prizes squared away here. It might actually be better for me right now in this game to parallel my own bench than to parallel my opponent. That is like odd. That definitely doesn't seem right, but it could be better to do so. They do go for the Verse Seeker again. That makes me think they're probably going for, nope, they are not going for Lysander. They got the Sycamore, so they're just going to continue to set up their board. Maybe they're starting to feel a little bit of pressure. Get a Field Blower, probably my Float Stone, and go from there. I need to draw into some cards desperately to limit what my opponent has got going on. I've had nothing but an odd start, and my opponent has had pretty much a very standard fair start for Turbo Dark here. They're just going to like flood the field with energy now. Enough of the whiffing knockouts. They are going to be planning on taking one-hit knockouts from here through the rest of the game. So I go Dark Cleave here. Now, being able to take 3 energy off my opponent's field is totally nuts. So I am going to be able to do that pretty clean here with this Buzzwole. Now, let's see. We've got a Fighting Fury Belt as well. I like that, being able to make it harder for my opponent to knock me out. And I think that I do not want to Cynthia and then whiff this, but I want like 3 clean GXs if I can. But I've got no way to get this Zygarde back if I Sycamore it right here. So that is a little bit concerning. I think I will just bench the Zygarde and go with the Cynthia. And we're just going to say, like, dude, we better not whiff this. Okay, we did not. Oh, boy. All right, so we are fine there. And let's just go ahead and Absorption GX, knock that thing out. Now my opponent should have a hard time returning the knockout, I think, on my active Buzzwole. If they don't have a hard time returning this knockout, then I am in a world of pain. So if they are able to just take this thing out, I'm in a really tough spot. I don't think that I'll even be able to pull this one out because I'd like to go in with this clean Darkrai here. What are they doing now? They got 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. They would need a Field Blower, 16, 18. Oh boy, they're actually closer than it might appear. I have like desperately needed to hit a parallel at some point and just have not done it. So this Buzzwole needs to survive through the turn, and then next turn I think I just go Colress and see. Oh my gosh, I feel like they have it. Like if they have it here, that is just, oh, and they could just do it with this Dead End GX. If they've got a Hypnotoxic Laser, they could just do it that way, and that's the easiest way to take care of business here. They have it, 2-4. Oh, a Choice Band. Oh, that'll definitely get them there. Oh my gosh. This and a Getsis, bro. You got Getsis for 0, my friend. I'm sorry to say that Getsis is not gonna do it for you. So that's nothing. How sad. Broken heart, am I right? Dark Pulse. Oh my gosh, 250 damage. Oh, I needed a Parallel City that turned so bad. Oh, but I could not get it. That is so frustrating. Okay, so now I feel like I've got to promote the card bank, I guess. This is just a rough affair no matter which way we look at it. Okay, we do have a Max Elixir, so it's possible for me to hit Cellstorm for, I guess, I don't know if they fixed Fighting Fury Belt yet. If they fix Fighting Fury Belt, then it's possible. If they have not, then it's not possible. So we'll see how that goes. And let's hit this Max Elixir. We got it. Yeah, let's throw that onto that guy there. Bench our Trubbish, and now we're going in with a Colress, I think, and we need to hit a Floatstone. Okay, I mean, that's probably what we're looking at, so let's just do that. Colress, we need to hit Floatstone, Strong Energy, Fury Belt, and we've got there. Okay, and we got Parallel City, so that's all really good. Let's see, what are we going to do? So does Fighting Fury Belt work? I don't know. You guys back at home probably know. So we're hopefully Fighting Fury Belt works. If Fighting Fury Belt does not work, then we are in a little bit of trouble here. So let's do this first. Let's slap that down. See what my opponent does about that. So limit yo bench, sir. Get all of them out of there. And they're going to have to start taking away energy. That hurts for them a lot. And then next turn, I could get my Garbodor up, so that's really good for me too. And if they have to take out this, oh no, they keep the free retreat Darkrai, so I see there. We'll throw this energy here. We're going to throw Floatstone here, and then we're going to computer search away the, let's see, the probably the Sycamore. And the Sycamore seems like a good card to keep. We could, the N, we could just say, like, we don't need that, but N to 1's really good as well. Let's get rid of the Sycamore and the Ultra Ball. Let's get rid of those and go get myself my last Fighting Fury Belt. Okay. And then we're going to throw that thing there. And we should take a knockout. Now, if everything's correct, 60, 80, 90, 180. All right, but like, I don't know. If Fury Belt's still broken, then it's not going to work. And then the game is a lie. Okay. 180. It still works. Okay, thank goodness. We took that knockout. For a little while, Fighting Fury Belt was being buggy, and it wasn't working for some reason, like wasn't adding additional damage. So let's see. My opponent needs a Hypnotoxic Laser here to take this knockout. If they hit Hypnotoxic Laser, then I can go in end to 1 and then just attach Energy, Fighting Fury Belt to my Buzzwole, end to 1, get Garbodor out. But if they end me 2, then that is a little bit rough. But if they have to dig, let's see, they comp search, so they have to have gone for the laser. They're battle compressoring. What are they doing? Let's see, maybe battle compressoring away a supporter that they want. Oh, they're battle compressoring away their end. They want to end me to 1. They already have the laser in hand. Oh boy, okay, this is bad. And then they're going to end me to 1. I mean, I may not be able to pull out of this one with only damaged Pokemon on the bench. I definitely need this Buzzwole here on the bench. I don't know. Oh, I should have benched that Buzzwole this turn, actually. And I'm realizing that I could have now because I got my opponent to bump that Pseudo-Wudo. So I don't know why I didn't bench that Buzzwole. I think that was just me just overlooking things a little bit too caught up in my own play there and used to having that Pseudo-Wudo limiting me. So, ooh, let's see if we can pull this one out here. Okay, that's not like the worst thing I've ever seen, but it's also not great. I do have a Cynthia here, so we're going to need a Cynthia, and we're going to need to hit a Buzzwole and an Energy. My opponent is doing 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16. They're doing like close to, oh my gosh, they're doing 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. They're doing 180 damage right now. So I need to hit some pure fire off of this Cynthia, or else it's not going to go, guys. So let's see, what can we do? We could hit Fighting Fury Belt Max Elixir onto this Zygarde here to end the game. I mean, that's a possibility. And then also, if I do hit, like, I don't know, they might have to have, like, Gusa or Lysander for game if I do hit my own Garbodor. Let's see, what are the odds of me hitting a Max Elixir? I don't have a lot left, but that could be our best option of winning the game, just taking this Darkrai out. And if we don't hit it, then we just have to promote something else and hope that my opponent can't knock it out. Like, that could just be, I mean, if they have Guzma, they have Guzma. So I think we just got to go for it. And, we're 1 card short. We do not hit what we needed there. And I can't promote anything that is not going to get knocked out next turn. So good game to my opponent. That is a little bit sloppy there. I just don't have it. I can't promote anything, so that is that. My opponent's just going to be able to clean the game up. I feel like we drew just a little bit too awkwardly. I think that this deck has potential, but it should not be losing. They had Guzma anyway. It should not be losing to a Darkrai deck, but as you can see, I mean, any deck, if they draw awkwardly enough, will lose to Darkrai. Darkrai could just hit that 250 damage, can hit so much damage so quickly, and it is definitely a scary deck to play against. So good game to my opponent. Going to show off this expanded Buzzwole list here real quick, just to show you guys what I'm working with. Like I said, this was like, Riley and I were kind of, spitballing ideas for this, and Will and Natalie were all kind of putting ideas together for this. Riley played this list on his stream the other day as well, so pretty cool. You see that we could still keep the mismatching Garbodors there, and then obviously going to play the garbage collection Trubbish, because that is the best one for us. We can actually get cards back from the discard pile with that, so that is pretty useful as well. I think this thing could have potential in expanded format. I'm not sure if the Pseudo-Wudo and the Parallel City are needed in the same deck. That's the strategy that Igor used in his Garbodor deck. Obviously a different kind of Garbodor deck, but that's what he used in his Garbodor deck in order to beat Zoroark decks. I think that we may be able to forego the Pseudo-Wudo just so that, just because we were like one-shotting Zoroarks anyway. And then also, I'm not sure if we might need to just play the choice bands in here just to get some damage numbers going up quickly. And yeah, so like, I don't know, might need to be choice banned here. Not sure if the Sudowoodo is needed, but otherwise I think the list is pretty solid. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Make sure to like the video, sub to the channel, check out all the links in the description below. Thank you all for watching. Peace.